What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, let's talk about the SPS market cap, because as promised in a previous video, I wanted to dive into this further and see just what kind of boost we could get in terms of social proof and legitimacy among other projects based on where we're at now and where we could potentially go if this pump in SPS continues. So as you can see here, and this is the same thing that I just checked this on the Splinterlands website as well, but the market cap is currently listed as $31.1 million. Now here's the thing. With this, I do believe it's because they're looking at the total amount of SPS after we have minted everything, right? Before, we were in a scenario where not everything was minted, but there was a proposal a little while back, and if you want, I can dig into that, but the DAO essentially decided, let's just mint everything, and it's just going to sit in the DAO. So now everything is out there, right? All the tokens have been minted. You have about 133.8 million that have been burned, so therefore our total now is 2.866 billion, but that counts towards our entire market cap, right? And so therefore we are technically fully diluted, which is great because people can just look at the market cap and know that it's not going to be changing or expanding based on where it is now versus a fully diluted. And I don't want to go further into that because I might be getting too technical, but just know that this accounts for every single token because every single token has been minted. So I want to take a look and let's go over to CoinMarketCap, which I'll be honest, they have not quite updated everything there. And I know that this is something that Clay wanted to work on once we had validators set. And so hopefully that's something that we can follow up with him on. So this is CoinMarketCap. I'm going to go over to the gaming section. And once that loads, then we can scroll down and you'll see exactly what I am talking about. So I know that as of now, we're in like the 800-ish range. So let's look for SPS or Splinter Shards. There you go. And currently 864. But as you can see here, our current market cap is listed here as 14.3 million. So about half, a little bit less than half. Why is that the case? Well, because it's not, from my understanding, it's not counting what's in the DAO, right? We have maybe a little bit less that is minted or staked, whatever. There's like about 1 billion or so staked, and then the DAO sitting on some that is not staked or is staked. I'm not sure what the calculations are, but it's just consider this like it's obviously not updated, and hopefully will be soon once Claiborne is able to go in and show them that the validators are up and running, and we have a better data integrity or just better data integrity in general. So that's where we're listed right now. So this is technically not accurate if you want to go that route, but we can take it for what it is. So 14 million or 30 million, right, or 31 million. Again, it's about half of where it is. The point that I'm trying to make is we're now sitting at about a penny, right? A little bit more than a penny. And this is why these target prices for me start to get really interesting. Now, let's go with the first assumption that once this is corrected, we'll be at about the 30-ish million market cap range. If that is the case, once we get to 3 to 3.5 to 4 cents, that 3 to 4 cent range, that's where things get really interesting. And if we're able to do that without needing the rest of the market to pump, and you can see we're up almost 70% on the week here, on the 7-day. If we can do that just through Conclave Arcana, through land, through all the hype that the team has, through the marketing, and just get up a couple more cents on our own, like literally a 3x from where we're at now, which is a lot of money for the Splinterlands community, but not a lot of money just in crypto in general. Check out where we would be. Look at the company we would be at around, we'll call it like the 90 to $120 million market cap. And in fact, I'm going to go even lower here. You can see we'd be above Illuvium, currently sitting at 66 millions. Pixels sitting at 75 million. YGG at 77. You got Echelon Prime sitting just under 100 million. Engine Token at 118. Big Time at 124. And then GMT, right from Steppen, sitting at 128. We would be with those tokens. We would be in the top 500, top 300, whatever it is that you want to call it, right? Top 3 to 400. And that, I think, would be a major boost for us. If we can do that on our own without needing the rest of the market to pump, it's like we are catching up with where the market is at. And then once the pump comes in, that's where that's where I think things can get really crazy and exciting. Now, I've been very reserved with my SPS predictions, and no, I don't like to make predictions. I've had a very conservative outlook on this, right? Where I think our blow off top, if there even is a blow off top, would be at like 10 cents. And that's probably even come down significantly now, because of the fact that we've minted all the tokens, right? I was looking at this from a market cap, not fully diluted, which we are now, but a market cap perspective, and saying what would be our new market cap all-time high, which is like anywhere from 200 to 250 million back in 2021. So if we were to look, let's just say like 240 million to make things easy, and to look at 30 million as our current market cap, that would be an 8x. So literally once we get to 8 cents, we would be flirting with a higher market cap than where we were at in 2021. 8 cents versus $1 back then, right? So that's how much inflation has impacted SPS in this project overall. We would like literally 8 cents versus $1 back then. It would be the same market cap. So that's why I think I called out, I'm like 10 cents is probably the blow off top. If we get even close to that, like I think things are going to be a little crazy. But here's the thing. As we inch up, if we can get to 2, 3, 4 cents, and all of a sudden we're sitting with Echelon Prime and we're sitting with Big Time and all these other games, and we know that when the market takes off, the way that we've seen it do in the past, both like early 2024 after the Bitcoin ETF went live, and then late 2024, early 2025 when, right after the election and there was another massive Bitcoin pump, when the rest of the market starts to take off, I do believe that we will be with some of those tokens, because people will be coming in and saying, hey, what else is around here? What are these other projects? And of course, we'll have to come in and make sure we have maybe a bridge to Solana, or we have some partnerships set up. We need to make sure people know where they can buy SPS, right? It is available on some major exchanges, right? Obviously not Coinbase, but at least in the US, crypto.com and other ones around there. And who knows what other kind of partnerships we can create over the next couple of months if we don't get a pump. But what I'm trying to show you here, and let's do market cap and let's go to all, is if we can get in that range. Take a look at where the prime market cap has been. I mean, last year it hit almost $1 billion, but even just a couple of months ago, it was up in the 400 to 600 million range. Now, all of a sudden, I'm looking at that and saying, okay, well, if our peers are something like an Echelon Prime, and if we can get to, 4 to 5 cents and have us be in the, 100 to 150 million range, and we're around these other tokens as our peers, and they pump to 600 million, well, then there's a chance that we could be included in that pump, right? Right now, I don't think that's the case. Right now, I think we're off on our own island. But if we start to make waves, if we start to get closer to the group, if we start to become associated with some of these top projects simply from a market cap perspective, so that when people come and look at the top games, right, and see what's available, and they see us in and around in between Echelon Prime and Big Time and Illuvium and all these, that's when I think people are like, wait a second, I remember Splinterlands. I remember them being a massive thing in 2021. Let me go check it out, or let me see what's going on, or let me see whatever the case is, right? Or maybe they come across some of the marketing. That's when I think the magic could happen. We're not there yet. So I'm going to be Papa Bear still and say that we're not quite there yet. But obviously, I'm optimistic. I think that we can get there. It's just I'm not holding my breath, and I'm certainly not planning for that, right? Like there will be many moments in which I probably take a lot of ice cream money well before we get there. But I will have my moon bag, right? I talk about my main account, right? Having like I have my goal of SPS there that I want to technically hold forever, right? Because that allows me to earn more SPS in the game, in and around the game, through land, through ranked battles, through staking, through node licenses, like all of that. Holding those assets are things that I don't ever plan to let go of. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. I just wanted to share with you some of the optimism that I have for the future, while of course keeping our feet on the ground. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.